What we are looking for is employees born in 1976 or before who had W-2, and we are specifically saying W-2 wages in excess of $145,000 in 2025. This does not affect employees who are K-1 or Schedule C. It is only W-2 employees. All right.
Well, people with W-2, because you can have W-2. Can you have W-2 and K-1?
No, well, with a 401k plan, if you're a sub S, sorry, if you're a sub S, you're getting W-2, and that's all we look at. That's the
Okay.
definition. That's the compensation we're looking at. All right. It only focuses on box 3 of the W-2. Okay. Those employees, if they're going to make, and by the way, if you're making over $145,000, that now has a new set of initials, HPI, highly paid individual. I didn't make this stuff up. Okay. So the HPIs, God, I can't believe I'm saying that now. If they're going to defer anything into catch up, it has to be Roth. So, does the plan have to have Roth? No, it does not have to have Roth. That means you don't get to do catch up. Does the plan have to have catch up? No, that means you don't get to do catch up. Okay. It is not mandatory to have Roth. It is not mandatory to have catch up. But if you're going to defer over the 402G limit and you're an HPI, you better have Roth and catch up. Did you have over $145,000 on box 3 on your W-2 in 2025? Yes or no? That is binary.
You should know whether you have Roth
You
or not.
need to know a plan sponsor and plan administrator. This is why we want to be called RPCs, because we're little t, little p, little a. The big PA, the big plan administrators, they're supposed to know this. They're basically, essentially, this is not a court deposition, so I can say it this way, they're basically legally obligated to already know that, unrelated to Secure 1.0 or Secure 2.0. They need to know what benefits are in the plan. They can also have a look at their SPD, because it's going to be in there. Okay. Ooh, summary plan description.
So if you are a plan sponsor and you're running a payroll, really, you have to know whether you have Roth or not, because you have to, on the payroll level, take out the contributions based off of whether or not it's regular 401k or it's Roth. And so, on a fundamental level, you should know that. Okay. Otherwise, you need to go through a correction program and all sorts of things if you've been doing it wrong. Okay. So, I'd say most employers
Or at least the person doing payroll.
doing the payroll, if there is Roth and they know about it and they're running it, so they're aware of it. But there is, and over time, a lot of people have done Roth, though there's some basic misperceptions about it in the market. And one of them is people remember what happened with IRAs. They go, either there's a regular IRA or a Roth IRA. They're totally different things. Guess what? In a 401k plan, you don't have a new plan. You just add as a feature. And people have some kind of really weird idea that, oh, it's going to be so hard if I have it. And it's just another payroll thing to add. But it also adds to the idea that if you have a payroll vendor who makes it hard for you to add that, then you have a vendor choice you need to make. There's still a subgroup of people who are scared on how to manage it. And so they think it would be better if I didn't have it because it sounds complex to me. What I'm saying very forcefully is there's a lot of options now that are powerful within your plan if you have it to manage this whole thing. If you take that off the plate, you haven't made your life simpler. You've put yourself in a position where you might have to do a ton of really weird corrections over a couple of years to get it right. So please just set up correctly, have Roth, have catch up, consider doing safe harbor, just set things up well to keep yourself out of some of the more onerous pain points.
There's language in the final regs from September 15th of 2025 that indicate that the expectation is that the payroll vendor will automatically switch over to Roth and at January 1st of the following year go back to pre-tax automatically without intervention. I was very surprised when I read that language.
But the one thing also that you said, Christopher, that you need to know what your payroll vendor and your record keeper are doing it. But
Yes.
the payroll companies are playing catch up, right? And right now, if you call 1-800, we don't know anything, they're not going to know a lot about this
Right.
yet. So calling them and asking them, it's going to be varied responses as they start to figure things out.
Well,
So,
they have the first pay period in 2026. The record keepers are expecting a code from the payroll vendors, whether or not somebody is an HPI.